having a crew that I work with has helped. TJ's one of the best supervisors that I've ever worked for. Even though he's a young man, he's well beyond in years. But anyway, and I thank my fiancee and daughter for showing up. Thanks to each and every one of you. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Randy.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
All right, I make a motion, we approve that proclamation.
Second.
Have a motion and second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Pass. All right, next, Dustin, we have a proclamation recognizing October the 6th through the 10th is National 4-H Week. And as I mentioned, if you'll read the proclamation, and then we will, I guess we'll take pictures. And then, Maddie, I'll tell you what, Dustin, let's skip down to D3 and do the proclamation recognizing September as Hunger Action Month, and honoring the Central Texas Food Bank. And that way we can do it, and then we can do the 4-H and go out and have some refreshments. So,
All right, this is a proclamation of the McLennan County Commissioners Court recognizing Hunger Action Month and honoring the Central Texas Food Bank. Whereas communities exist, thrive, and are enhanced through the talents and skills of those citizens dedicated to purposeful persistence sustained by moral values and ethical standards. And whereas the McLennan County Commissioners Court, mindful of the importance of positive citizenship, believes in the significance of recognizing those individuals who positively affect the communities in which they work and live. And whereas the well-being of a community is measured not only by its prosperity, but by its compassion for those in need. And today, more than 5.3 million Texans, including 1 in 6 households, are confronted with food insecurity. And whereas the Central Texas Food Bank, as the leading hunger relief organization in the region, provides a vital lifeline through equitable access to nutritious food across a 21 county service area, supporting more than 530,000 individuals annually through direct service programs and a network of nearly 250 nonprofit partners. Whereas in moments of crisis, the Central Texas Food Bank demonstrates extraordinary leadership, most recently expanding outreach and coordinating emergency food distributions in Burnett, Llano, San Saba, Williamson, and Travis counties in response to the July 4th flooding, ensuring families had access to nutritious food and clean water. And whereas through its tireless efforts, the Central Texas Food Bank delivered nearly 54 million meals last year, making it the largest hunger relief charity in the region and a trusted partner to families and nonprofits alike. And whereas Hunger Action Month provides a national platform to raise awareness, inspire advocacy, and encourage citizens to take meaningful steps, whether through service, donations, or community partnerships, to address hunger and strengthen the bonds of care and support that sustain us all. And now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the McLennan County Commissioners Court wishes to proudly recognize September 2025 as Hunger Action Month, and further commend the Central Texas Food Bank for its unwavering commitment, leadership, and service in the fight against hunger across Central Texas. And be it further proclaimed that a copy of this proclamation be made a permanent part of the minutes of the Commissioners Court.
all right, thank you. Is someone here to accept that?
Here's Todd.
All right,
There he is.
You wanna do it up here, back here?
let's just go right up.
Okay, let's go up here, Todd. Sign that, Judge. Give me a blue key.
Make it official.
Yeah, it's not official if you don't sign it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Walter going up next week. Walter's going up next week.
So excited, man. So excited.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Say anything?
Yeah, just a couple quick things. Really excited, for many years, we've been servicing Clinton County out of Travis County with our facility there. Many trucks coming up, about 40% of our distributions head. We're really excited in March to open up our new facility. where we can basically have a real physical presence here. Not only will we be servicing with a freezer, cooler, doing all the distributions, but also we'll have a commercial kitchen. We'll have a volunteer area so people can give help, not only get help. Plus, we'll have a very good size on-site market to service the neighbors in need. So, real excited to be here and look forward to planting those roots in March. So, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Yes, we have a community center. They'll be available. We'll also be able to provide catering. So, we'll visit.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So what happened? Yeah. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Take care. Good
Thank
luck
you.
to you.
Thank you.
It's right by our beautiful walking trail too, so it's gonna be nice over there. I'll make a motion for the proclamation for the Hunger Action Month.
Second.
Have a motion second, any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. All right, thank you. All right, now, let's go to item, under, D2, proclamation recognizing October 6th through the 10th, 2025 as National 4-H Week.
Right, this is a proclamation of the McLennan County Commissioners Court recognizing October 6th through 10th, 2025 as National 4-H Week. Whereas the McLennan County Commissioners Court is proud to honor the 4-H Youth Development Program of the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service for 114 years of providing experience-based education to youngsters throughout the Lone Star State. And whereas this admirable program, which seeks to provide a learning experience for the whole child, including head, heart, hands, and health, helps young Texans to acquire knowledge, develop life skills, and form attributes to enable them to become self-directed, productive, and contributing members of our society. And whereas it's more than 550,000 urban, suburban, and rural youth participants ranging in age from 8 to 19 hail from diverse ethnic and socioeconomic backgrounds and truly represent a cross-section of the state. And whereas the program undoubtedly could not have achieved the success that it has today were it not for the service of its more than 22,000 volunteers who have given generously of their time, talents, energies, and resources to the youth of Texas. And whereas throughout its proud history, the 4-H program has developed positive role models for countless Texans, and through its innovative and inspiring programs continues to build character and to instill the values that have made our state strong and great. Therefore, be it proclaimed that the McLennan County Commissioners Court recognizes October 6th through 10th, 2025 as National 4-H Week in Texas, commend the 4-H Youth Development Program of the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service and the many men and women who have made the program a success. Be it further proclaimed, a copy of this proclamation be made a permanent part of the minutes of the Commissioners Court. Judge.
All right, thank you. I would make a motion, we approve that proclamation.
Second.
Have a motion second, any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. All right, Maddie, who do you want in the picture?
We'll do my county council kiddos.
Okay, let's have them come forward. In fact, if they would like to do like we did with maintenance, just line up behind here.
Come on over.
So Maddie, don't you need to be in here?
Yeah, Maddie. No, Maddie, you need to, no, get in here.
Oh, no. They do all the work, not me. I don't want to be in this. Where are you going, Judge? You go right there. You go in the middle.
Okay, you come right here,
I'm good
right
right
here.
Oh,
You
okay.
do what I say.
Yeah, oh, I got it. I do what you say.
Okay.
Back row.
Over the chair.
Travis, don't be mean to Travis.
Oh, this way more, this way more.
Judge right here, and then if you two ladies can move to your left.
Scoot out around the flag this way.
There we go.
There you go. Come this way. There you go. You got it.
Awesome. Stay right there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, down.
Okay.
One more, one more.
She gonna run out of film in a minute.
1, 2, and 3. Hold it. Awesome. Thank you. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Great meeting you.
You'll make a presentation.
No
So-
shaking, no shaking.
At this time, let's recess for a few minutes
Yeah.
and go out and we're gonna listen to the 4-H story.
4-H stories.
Recording stopped.
Okay, let's call court back into session. As you heard out there, the report by Maddie on 4-H, that is our agenda item, so I'd like to make a motion, we approve that report for recording purposes.
Second.
All right, have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, pass. Now, I'd like to go to the consent agenda. The recommended pulls are items E3A, which is department head salary schedule, and E4B, which is a discussion on publication. Are there any other pulls recommended by the court? If not, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of those pulls previously mentioned?
So moved. Second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. All right, at this time, I'd like to go to items G1. This is authorization of a Second Amendment and restated industrial business grant agreement with Envasis Commerce and LLC of IZ Texas LLC. And then also, we will go right into on H1, which is authorization of second project agreement with Envasis Commerce LLC and IZ Texas LLC. And N4 would be Greater Waco Chamber of Commerce Monthly Economic Report. So, Chris?
Good morning. Hey, y'all.
Morning. And fresh back from Germany,
Yes, sir.
how was your drive?
If she was driving, it was fast.
Mach speed. All right. Well, glad to be with y'all this morning. Have a couple of slides to talk with you about, and I'll address G1 and H1 at the same time, if that's okay with y'all.
Okay.
So just a little bit of background and to just give you a little insight, we have a couple of representatives with this project with us. Diego Genera, who oversees the Waco operation, and Julie Miller, who is the consultant that's been working with us on this project, are here with us as well.
Welcome.
So if there's,
Welcome.
if I step out of turn, they'll correct me. But Envasis has been part of our community since the groundbreaking that we did with them in 2021. That investment at the end of Wycon Drive in Texas Central Park was originally a $100 million investment that would create 120 jobs in the community. To date, the company has well exceeded those initial metrics, investing over $227 million in the community and creating over 221 new jobs in the marketplace. They've exceeded all of the metrics that we've had on wages and investment, and they have been an excellent community partner in our work. Oftentimes, especially if we're working with international companies, we'll reach out to Diego and ask for them, for Envasis to give some feedback as we're talking to those companies, so that they can share what their experience has been in establishing a U.S. operation in
Might
Waco.
point out, Chris, that this is another indication of the conservative, how we conservative look at the model to get our ROI and those kind of things. And so many
Absolutely.
times these companies exceed expectations, which is the right way to do it.
Yes, sir. We always want to make sure that we are conservative in how we run the model, so that we're not overestimating what's going to happen, and we want to make sure that projects continue to provide a strong return on investment in the community. And we also encourage the companies to be conservative too, because the world changes, the economy changes, and how those things hit the tax rolls can be different than what we expect as well. So just to give everybody a reminder of where the site is, this is Wycon Drive. Their location is 60-ish acres in Texas Central Park. They are right behind the former Sherwin-Williams building off of Texas Central Parkway, which is now home to Vantran. The project itself is, well, let me go back. So their original project, 400,000 square feet for aluminum can production. When they purchased the site, there was always the hope that there would, because it was larger than expected, than they needed for the original project, there was hope that there would be a second project that would come along. And so this is that second project, and we're really excited about it. So they will be on the existing site. You can see here the original facility, and then the adjacent property that is also owned by Envasas will be the home to the next location. So what is it that they're going to build? An 83,000 square foot production facility for the production of, they make the aluminum cans on the existing site. They need the lids to go on top of those, and those are currently only manufactured in Guadalajara. So this will be their first production of the aluminum can lids that'll come into the United States. And that'll be, so aluminum can production for the first time in the United States happening in Waco, and now the lids for the first time happening in Waco too, outside of Mexico. It'll be a minimum of a $10 million real property investment for the building and a minimum of $45 million in new equipment and machinery. They will have 71 new full-time jobs that they'll create as a part of this project too. And because both sites, both facilities will be on the same site, there'll be some synergies that they'll be able to realize between the two locations as well. The average annual wage here is $54,000, and that'll bring in an annual payroll of about $3.8 million on top of what they already do. So these are good quality jobs. One thing that I'll note is that we did modify the WEDMEC guidelines since we did the original project. So the wage requirement now is for that $25 an hour minimum for all jobs, and then a $30 an hour overall average wage across all jobs. What we've established here is that it takes time for companies. Companies start at a set wage, and then over time, as people stay in those positions and the economy shifts with inflation, those jobs will reach that once that job reaches that $25 an hour minimum threshold, then they'll be able to draw down against funds that have been allocated for them. So talking through the Economic Development Corporation piece of it, the WEDMEC board has recommended a $600,000 grant in support of this second operation. Looking at that, it has a very strong return on investment, 78% overall, with the county's portion of that being 48%, and pays back within less than a year. So that's a really strong return on investment. The original project, the company received a $4 million grant that was to help offset the cost of the purchase of the land and for some infrastructure improvements that had to be extended, including a natural gas line to serve the site. And what I would say for that is the investment that we helped them with to get the original site prepared helped bring this additional project to us because the site was ready to go and could be done in the new project can be done in a very quick timeline in comparison to what they would have experienced had they moved that project into another community. So that's the WEDMEC piece of it. Do y'all want to take that one at a time, or do you want to take them both at the same time?
Any questions on that one?
Yes, sir.
If both the allocations were 300,000, the rate of return, what's the?
Why is the city so much more?
Yeah.
Because they have a higher tax rate than the county
Okay.
is.
And it's in, yeah, it's in the Waco industrial area. Or some of these you'll see that are outside, ours is a little higher. And the city invests a lot more in infrastructure way ahead of us, and we really hadn't invested other than through here. And so, kind of the bottom line is that salary goal that we set out there, they have to reach that before they can draw on any funds.
Yes, sir.
of this, so.
So they'll be eligible, if approved, they're eligible to draw down on the funds as they hit the wage metrics for those jobs.
And I'm sure they'll work hard to get that quick.
Yeah, because they're
It's a double
carried
sword for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we need a separate vote on this before you go to the, is that what you're asking?
Yes, sir.
It's-
Or I can take them both.
It's whatever you want to do.
Whatever
We
you
can
want to do, Judge.
So I'll entertain a motion to approve this program project agreement.
So move.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Motion made, second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
All right. And then the other part of this project is the industrial business grant. The company did receive an industrial business grant with the city of Waco and McLennan County's participation in the original project. We did go through an amendment last year with that to adjust the timeline on it. COVID had some challenges across the board, and so they needed a little extra time. It was a 10-year agreement at 50% over 10 years. What we looked at when we were doing this project was, and credit to the City of Waco Economic Development Team, they looked at it and said it would be possible for us to amend the existing agreement instead of creating a second contract and bring this new investment under the existing contract. So that's what we're proposing to do with this, is to bring the additional personal property under this new agreement, which is an additional $45 million under that. That includes the county's portion of which for this added investment under there would be about $350,000 in additional benefit that the company would receive over the course of that 10-year window. So our staff recommendation is to make that amendment. A couple of things. So we'll amend to allow for the new investment to fall under those windows. Under the existing agreement, we will adjust the deadline requirement from December 31st, 2023 to December 31st, 2026 to allow that a new investment to be made. And then we will modify the personal property requirement from the original number of $65 million to $117,600,000. That'll include the new investment as well.
Adds them together.
Yes, sir, just adds it all in, and then adjust the certificate of occupancy requirement, certificate requirement from December 31st, 2024 to December 31st, 2026. So those are the modifications that are being made to the City of Waco's agreement, which is the exhibit that is used for McLennan County's agreement. And then just as a summary of the entire incentives that are being considered for the investment and the job creation, it's a total $1.85 million incentive proposal. The WEDMET grant represents $600,000 of that, the county's portion of which, of course, is $300,000. And then the amendment to the existing business grant would increase the incentive value by an additional $1.25 million, the county's portion of which is $350,000.
Any questions? Question? No. One thing, and kind of going back to what was said earlier, you saw the image of the footprint out there, and that there was additional land already there. And so the Industrial Foundation, along with Chris and her team, really evaluate whether that's going to be used or not, because as they say, land, they don't make any more of it. And so there's only so much in the industrial park, and so we have to be very judicious about how that's allocated, and we have to have a pretty good confidence that it's going to be utilized. And thanks to Envasis for taking that opportunity to utilize that property and bringing a plant in here that really helps them, having the lid manufacturer right next door and all those things. And so it's been a pleasure to work with Envasis and their team on that. And also, it was an opportunity to leverage their infrastructure. In other words, existing gas lines that they don't have for this next project. It makes it more affordable. So I say that just to kind of compliment Industrial Foundation, our third partner in these projects, so.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, any questions?
No, make a proposal.
Okay.
Motion.
All right.
It would be appropriate to, the motion to read to accept the amended project agreement with Envasis as presented. Would that be correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so moved.
All right, I'll second that. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass. Thank y'all. All right, now, if you'll go to the, your report.
Yes, sir. So you have our July Economic Development Report. Good, another great report to share with y'all. The level of activity continues to be really strong in 2025. We're at, as of the end of July, we're at 87 attraction inquiries in comparison to same time in 2024 of 62, which correspondingly strong level of proposals going out the door. We'll even have some new ones that'll go out the door as a result of my recent trip overseas. Some really good interest in the U.S. and Texas is certainly a contender in this, and I think that some of them, Waco will be a really strong contender because of the existing industry that we have here for them to choose from. Looking at our business retention program, on par for where we were the same time last year. I will note that we have a new member of our team. Lexi had her baby over on Sunday.
Oh,
and so
good.
we have a new addition to the economic development team, Eleanor Joe, that'll be coming on board soon.
Okay.
So with that, she will be out for the balance of the year, and but the business retention program will continue to roll forward. We've got a strong strategy of how that's going to work, and we were, I think we're over 80 visits for the year, so knocking those 20 out for the balance of 2025 should be relatively easy for us to get done. We're out and about, and it will be a strong year for us on the economic development side of things. We're continuing to get inquiries. I will say that on the international side, there's still a lot of uncertainty around the federal regulations and tariffs and those things. And so that is causing businesses to just pause and just to understand how they're going to modify their operations or their plans to adjust for those things. We did have a project announcement. I'm excited to share with y'all. Roca is a company that manufactures bathtubs for a number of different retailers, but also has their own product lines. They purchased an existing business, Clark Products, that was manufacturing out of the former General Tire building. They had about 100,000 square feet there. They have relocated out of that facility and have taken over the former Merrick Engineering building on Texas Central Parkway to where they moved into 126,000 square feet. A great company that is headquartered in Italy, so another example of international businesses coming into the community. They'll invest about $4.8 million in this new operation with their eye on additional growth moving forward. Highly automated processes that they'll be bringing in as part of this. 50 retained jobs from the existing workforce and 32 jobs that'll be created over the span of this expansion. So we're excited to have them work in our community as well. I'd be happy to answer any questions that y'all might have about anything else.
Well, we don't want to run out of bathtubs. All right, any questions?
Good reports.
Yeah.
Is there a motion to approve? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, everybody attended the governor's State of the State.
Yeah.
I guess it was that last week, and he spoke very highly of our area and what's going on around here, and made you feel good.
Yeah, it was like Yeah, it was like an advertisement we didn't have to pay for.
That's right, that's right. We need to use that, yeah, as much as we can.
Yes,
Yeah, very well.
economic juggernaut was the term he used.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, man, and, it was, I don't think the chamber knew about it, but it was live streamed, the whole presentation.
Really?
And like in San Antonio, they could watch the whole deal.
Yep.
And so, unfortunately, the chamber didn't get to sell that time,
We could have sold a
stolen.
sponsorship.
but there could be some good come from it. as well.
Absolutely.
And so, two things, but one, first of all, is there a motion to approve the economic development report
So
as
moved.
presented? All right.
Second.
Have motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose, pass. We are going to have a kind of a commissioner's court retreat, so to speak, and a lot of it has to do with where we think next year will be from a tax revenue standpoint. There's a lot of projects that are out of the ground, and, you know, some of them, like graphics packaging, will go on the tax roll this fall. And so that's good. And so maybe asking what other projects that you know about that are significant might come online, so we can kind of see how that might impact us revenue-wise, or what. And I guess there'd be things drop off as well, but that would be very helpful.
Yeah.
And then, and that's, I'm sure there'll be other things that we would like, information we'd like from you and your team.
Okay, happy to do it.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, anything else for Chris? All right, if not, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
All right, going back to the consent agenda on the pulled items, one is E3A, it's a department head salary schedule. And is there any presentation need to happen on this, or is it just for your review and approval?
Any comment, Francis?
I'm so sorry. No, sir.
So essentially, it's just taking the current salary of the department heads, then adding that 1.76% COLA to it for their FY26 salary.
Okay. All right, any questions on that? If not, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. All right, under E4B is says RPF publication, Dustin, what is, that's under E4B?
It's more or less something I requested be on the agenda.
Okay,
I was going to chat with Stacy to see if there's been any changes in our, I'm trying to be nimble and quick. We are in conversations with Hub, and they're checking with different entities, seeing what's going on in the marketplace. We do have words on how much United Healthcare will charge for this this coming year. We were trying to see if we could approve that. We're still waiting on some information, but if negotiations more or less failed, or we can't derive a decision from the information that we got, I wanted to be able to initiate an RFP as quickly as possible. So I was kind of looking for an approval in advance to do an RFP if it becomes necessary to do so for the senior plan that we have right now. I mean, because of the gaps in between, court.
yeah,
I'm just looking for kind of a blanket approval for this.
yeah. Dustin, you see an issue with that?
No, sir, not at all. I think it's a good plan.
All right, any questions for Ken? What's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve the publication for RFP for senior advantage plans if needed.
Okay, Have motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. Okay, Dustin.
All right, we can move on to item F, bids, RFPs, RFQs. F1 is authorization of liability coverage invoice from Texas Association of Counties Risk Management Pool. Francis?
Yes, so I believe we already talked through the details of what you wanted changed and kept the same on the policy. And so this is just the invoice reflecting any changes made for the next fiscal year. So just requesting approval of that invoice, please.
All right.
Motion to approve invoice.
Second.
Motion made and second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
F2 is authorization of quotes with CDWG. F2A is regarding Imprivata multi-factor authentication, MFA licenses, and F2B is regarding Carbon Black antivirus for server infrastructure. John?
Yes, so these are, we're doing the final 200 licenses for our multi-factor authentication for the desktop. As you can see there, the total for that would be 37,232. And then for the Carbon Black, this is a 3-year contract. This is replacing our current antivirus, which was Sophos. And the total on that one is $6,970.80. Both of these, there's sufficient funds to budget.
All right, any questions on that?
Will the grant funding be a reimbursement?
So on this, and I'll make a comment on the funding for this. So originally in the 2025 budget, we budgeted an amount for the multi-factor authentication project, not knowing if that grant was going to be finalized or not. 2025 started, we did get the grant funding, and so that's where we then have some additional funds sitting.
is.
And so John is
So we already have
asking
the
to
funding.
utilize, yes, this excess funding to cover the additional licenses.
Okay,
Motion to approve F2A and F2B, Judge.
okay, I'll second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
F3 is authorization of renewal for bid 22-011, printing for various departments with Jones Printing Company. Ken?
This is a bid that we issued back in '22. It's for some odds and ends printing that we do for various departments. I'm bringing it to a court, basically recommending an extension for our agreement. He is asking for a fairly hefty increase, but I talked to him extensively. His increase is based on the increase that he's getting from his suppliers of paper. We're getting down to where we have few printers left. We have Jones and we have Trigger, Furman's. And so I'm trying to keep everyone active. It's a relatively small bid. I mean, when we bid it back in 22, I mean, the amount was $4,919. The increase is up to $5,882. But in the years in between, he has not asked for an increase before. So I would go ahead and make the recommendation that we approve an extension, and it would be from August 2nd, August 21st, 2025 through August 20th, 2026.
Okay. Is Jones a local company?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Right.
good.
Are they still downtown?
They're over on Waco,
They moved out?
they're in Belmead.
Okay, they moved out, okay.
Yeah.
Used to be downtown, okay.
Okay. All right, any questions? If not,
I would just say, I did visit with Ken about it when I saw the increase, and
Yeah.
a tongue-in-cheek comment from me would be, I guess paper's more expensive for some of these farms than other farms.
Again, some of the stuff we're doing is like door hangers and stuff like that, where it's printed and has to have that hole cut in it and all that kind of stuff, so,
Cost of paper.
yeah.
Motion to approve, Judge.
okay, thank you. Is there a second? I'll second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
G2 is regarding the end-user agreement quote with OpenGov, authorization of renewal for asset and work order management solution for road and bridge precincts. John?
Yes, this is year 3 of our 3-year contract for this, and this was all contracted costs, so it's $43,329.16. And then this year, we will, of course, look at the new contract and renegotiate that. Otherwise, this is recommended for approval and is included in the budget.
Okay,
Motion to approve.
okay.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
G3 is authorization of service level agreement and related quotes with Sinary Cybersecurity. G3A is regarding cybersecurity monitoring, scanning, and assessment services, and G3B is regarding threat down, endpoint detection, and response licenses. John?
Yes, so G3A is a renewal of our yearly contract with Sinary Cybersecurity. It has increased this year from 15,000 to 18,000, but that is the first increase they've had since we've started with them years ago. And we had expected this increase this year. G3B is a new product for us, threat down and endpoint detection. It's $78,000, but this is a replacement, a 3-year replacement that does with virus that we had before. And this is included in the budget. And I did misspeak earlier. The item we went over earlier was for server endpoint security, server cybersecurity. This is for endpoints and all the detection for the machines and everything. These are both recommended for approval.
Okay, any questions?
I didn't really notice that, I missed that, so.
Okay. So,
I would say, Judge, that one of these days I'm gonna start a business to name internet services. Come up with just interesting names.
but besides that, you'd make a motion.
Motion to approve.
Okay. All right, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
G4 is regarding the master services agreement with Civic Plus, authorization of invoices, statements of works. G4A is regarding renewal of website hosting and support. G4B is regarding renewal of social media archiving, and G4C is renewal for AudioEye. John?
Yes. So all of these are just renewals for 12-month renewal. Also included in this, but not specifically spelled out there, was the agenda and meeting management software. That one, the total for the agenda management is $8,445.57. These were all included in the budget at those numbers and are recommended for approval.
All right, any questions? All right, I'd make a motion, we approve those.
Second.
All right, a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
G5 is regarding the agreement for services with Millard Real Estate Advisors, authorization of real estate consulting, right-of-way acquisition services invoice for Thompson Road Bridge project. Amy?
Good morning. This is just the closeout invoice for Mr. Millard for the 4 parcels that we had to get for Thompson Road Bridge. So now we're completely ready to bid that project. So we'll be bringing that back to you for approval in the near future.
Okay. All right, any questions? All right, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Thank you.
G6 is authorization of agreement for information technology support services with the McLennan County Community Supervision and Corrections Department. John?
Yes, this is just our yearly contract. It's the same amount as last year, $38,610, and just provides IT services for CSCD. Both Chip and myself have recommended this for approval.
Okay. No question. Go ahead.
Motion to approve.
All right, I'll second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. Thank you.
G7 is authorization of towing, wrecker, and storage agreement with Tow King of Waco. Ken?
Yes, this is just an agreement to go along with our RFP that we issued for the towing, wrecker, and storage services for the SO. And again, it's pretty simplistic contract.
Okay. All right, any questions? I'd make a motion we approve, the agreement with Toe King of Texas. Toe King of Waco, rather.
Second.
I have a motion, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
G8 is authorization of renewal and extension agreement for professional services with Justice Benefits Incorporated. JBI assists us with several federal grants, SCAP grant, and then the Title IV-E legal and Title IV-E child welfare services. And they're compensated with a percentage of the revenue that is paid to the county through those programs. Francis, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, we are happy with the service that we receive from them. We have a great relationship with them. So I would recommend that we move forward with renewing this agreement.
Okay, I'd make a motion we do that.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
All right, we're getting into the annual contract, so if it's okay, I'll read all these in. If y'all have any questions, just please feel free to ask. And so, and all of these are included in the FY26 budget. So,
Okay.
G9 is authorization of agreement for services and related resolution with Meals on Wheels. This is for the Texas Department of Agriculture, Texans Feeding Texas Home Delivered Meal Grant Program. This amount totals $30,000. G10 is authorization of agreements with the Greater Waco Chamber of Commerce. G10A is regarding the Economic Development Services. This one totals $199,500. And then in addition, we have that one half of the licensing fees where the city of Waco steps up to pay the other half. There's $199,500 in the budget, and I believe we'll just have to bring back, once we know what those licensing fees will be, we'll bring that back with the budget amendment. G10B is regarding in Waco digital talent recruitment and marketing campaign services. This one totals $50,000. G10C is regarding workforce and talent initiative services. This one totals $125,000. G11 is authorization of agreement with McLennan County Employees Federal Credit Union. This is for storage of records. This is where we store their inactive records in the county archives building. We will need to defer G12, so we'll just hold it for right now. G13 is authorization of addendum to Waco McLennan County Library 1978 Memorandum of Agreement with City of Waco, Texas. This is just a one-year addendum setting the amount of the funding for FY26 at $1,075,000. G14 is authorization of service agreement renewals with Heart of Texas Behavioral Health Network. G14A is regarding agreement for mental health deputy services. This is where the county provides one mental health deputy, and BHN pays us an amount not to exceed $70,000 annually. G14B is regarding agreement for comprehensive mental health and mental retardation services. This is the one where there's a provision of a broad array of mental health services by BHN. It totals an amount not to exceed $178,600. G14C is regarding agreement for emergency psychiatric services. This one, county pays BHN an amount not to exceed $92,400. G14D is regarding agreement for pretrial diversion services and reintegration roundtable. This one, the reintegration roundtable piece is $224,870, and the pretrial diversion services funding totals $104,786. G14E is regarding grant agreement for medical clearance initiative at the Crisis Treatment Center. This one totals $80,000. G15 is authorization of renewal of service agreement with the Advocacy Center for Crime Victims and Children. This one totals $15,000. G16 is authorization of services agreement with McLennan County Investment Fund. This one totals $100,000. G17 is authorization of renewal of services agreement with McLennan County Dispute Resolution Center. This one has two components. The $90,000 is paid for by the fees that are in the Dispute Resolution Fund. And then there's an additional $63,000 on the Child Protective Services Mediation Program. So, Judge, we would just need to hold G12 separately.
Right, okay. All right, so with the exception of G12, is there any questions on any of those? We did a lot of discussion on those during budget time, but if there are questions, well, now's a good time to ask. Otherwise, with the exception of the deferred item, which is G12, is there a motion to approve, let's see, we started at G9 all the way to G17.
Yep. Motion to approve, G9 through G17 with the exception of G12.
Okay, all right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, have a motion, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
And then, Judge, we do need to defer G12.
Motion to defer G12.
Second.
All right, have a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
All right, moving down to item I, capital improvement and construction projects. I-1 is regarding Chapel Road Improvement Project. I-1A is authorization of professional service invoice with Lingerman Engineering. And I-1B is authorization of engineering surveying services invoice from Walker Partners.
It's another busy Commissioners Court for capital improvements for engineering. So our first invoice is with Langerman for doing the testing on Chapel Road. Our second one is for Walker Partners for their work on Chapel Road for 11-1A and 11-1B, if there's any questions on those.
All right, any questions? All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass. What's the estimated time of completion on Chapel Road?
This January?
This coming January?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, then the next three are invoices, so I'll just read those all in as well. I-2 is regarding South Old Bruceville Road and tributary to Prather Creek culvert replacement, authorization professional service invoice with Langerman Engineering. I-3 is regarding Patton Branch Road at Aquila Creek Low Water Crossing culvert replacement project, agreement with BGE. And I-4 is regarding the Old Springfield Road Waterline Improvement Project, engineering services agreement with Walker Partners. Amy?
Okay, so the first one is just testing for South Old Bruceville with Langerman. The next one is for Patton Branch Road, which is just beginning that project, so you'll be hearing a lot about that in the coming months as we get up and running with that one. And the third is, I believe that's the final closeout invoice for Walker for the water line on Old Springfield Road, because that project is complete.
Okay.
It's complete? Are they, everybody's hooked onto it that wants to hook on, or is that what's happening now?
I believe that's what's happening now. I mean, our work is done, it's up to them to connect
Sure.
up to the system.
Make connections. That's great. That's great.
Yep. Finally saw the end of it. Okay. All right. Any questions about any of those? What's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, pass.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to item J, budget amendments. J1's regarding the FY25 budget. Francis?
Thank you. So starting with J1A, this is Fund 170, the Law Library Fund, a request from the 414th District Court to move within that special revenue fund into their line item for legal reference materials for the remainder of the year. J1B, this is General Fund 474th District Court. I'm requesting to move within their department into supplies for the remainder of the year. J1C, this is General Fund Commissioners Court. This is related to an action that was taken on the last agenda. It was an approval to cover specific cost for the County Judges and Commissioners Association Conference. And so we have moved some from within the Commissioners Court Department and then the remainder from the countywide contingencies. J1D, this is General Fund Constable Precinct 2, requesting to move within their department to increase postage. J1E, this is General Fund County Judge's Office, requesting to move within that department into supplies. J1F, General Fund Justice of the Peace Precinct 4, requesting to move within that department into to increase their travel reimbursement line, specifically to cover the judges' travel. J1G, this is General Fund Jury Service, requesting to move within that department to increase the line item for grand jury bailiffs. J1H, this is another amendment within Fund 170, the Law Library Fund. And this amendment is to cover online subscription cost for the county law library. J1I, General Fund Pretrial Services, requesting to move within that department to increase supplies. J1J, this is General Fund Road and Bridge Precinct 2. This is a request to increase uniform rentals and repair and maintenance in that department. They have moved some within that department, but have exhausted almost all expenditure lines. So they are asking for that $1,500 there to come from countywide road and bridge contingencies. J1K, this is Road and Bridge Precinct 3. They are requesting to move between various line items to increase road construction materials, other services, repair and maintenance, and equipment for fiscal year 2025. J1L, this is Road and Bridge Precinct 4, also requesting to move within their department to increase road construction materials and repair and maintenance. J1M, this is General Fund County Sheriff. They're requesting to increase several lines by moving from other lines within their various departments. And so these increases are related to data cabling within jail office space, increased needs for outsourced prisoner transport expenditures, and then an increase to capital outlay for installation cost related to kitchen ovens. On a previous agenda, you approved that item, and so this is the install cost for those pieces of equipment. J1N, this is General Fund Tax Office, specifically for the McGregor and West substations, and just requesting to move within those departments into travel reimbursement. And then for J10, if we can just pull that one with no action today.
J10 is pulled with no action.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That it?
Yes, sir.
All right, so if there's not any questions, or if there is questions, go ahead. And then in regards to buying road materials, those have to be on the yard before now, right?
Yes, yes.
Within the next 2 weeks.
Yes, expenditures are matched in governmental accounting with the period in which that item is received.
Delivered, yeah.
Or a service is completed.
Completed, okay. All right, good. All right, any other?
We generally, get with our suppliers and make sure
Yeah.
that get it there or get it delivered to the job site.
Okay.
My yard's sinking.
It'll be.
Okay, all right, if there's no other questions, is there a motion to approve J1A through J1N?
So move.
Second.
All right, have a motion second. No other questions, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
J1P is authorization of Texas Association of Counties claim deductible invoices. These three are all associated with law enforcement matters. J1P1 is an invoice totaling $10,000 for claims associated with Nicholas James Hernandez. J1P2 is an invoice totaling $1,072.50 for claims associated with Brian Parr. And J1P3 is an invoice totaling $1,237.50 for a claim associated with Kyle Nielsen. They have been reviewed and are recommended for approval.
Okay. Any questions on those? All right, if not, is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
I have a motion second, any discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. And Dustin, while we're on that, I don't recall the last time we had an update on legal issues, but probably no, it doesn't need to be any quicker than 6 months, but somewhere around that. I think we were talking about a couple times a year to get updated on different legal issues, so just for thought of future agendas. So.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Okay, proceed.
All right. Moving on, and J2 is regarding the FY26 budget. So Francis, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, so some matters we just need to get cleaned up for 2026. So J2A, this is the recording of the budget for the DA's forfeiture fund. So this budget on a category basis has been put together by our district attorney and presented to you for recording. I can go ahead and just kind of walk through these if that's okay.
Go ahead. We have,
So J2B is for the county sheriff. So this is the recording of the budgets for their forfeiture funds. So they have two federal forfeiture funds as well as their state and local forfeiture fund. Again, these are presented on a category basis and are presented to you for recording purposes. J2C, this is a listing of 2026 allowances. These are budgeted for within the budget, but these are the specifics. So this will become part of the budget document. So this includes uniform allowances, tool allowances, cell phone, canine, and bilingual. And then J2D. This is for recording purposes. This is also an allowance schedule for our juvenile staff and departments. And so, of course, their budget is approved by our Board of Judges for juvenile, but this is brought to you, of course, for recording purposes, and again, list some hourly pay rates as well as bilingual and uniform allowances.
okay.
So if we want to take those, there were J2A, B, C, and D.
All right, any questions on those? If not, is there a motion to approve as presented?
Second.
Have motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, pass.
And then J2E is Information Technology, authorization of Texas Association of Governmental Information Technology Managers membership. And essentially just that annual membership is $175, and it is included in the FY26 budget.
Move to approve.
All right, thank you. Have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, pass.
We have nothing under item K, real estate right-of-way this week. Under item L, grants, grant proposals. L1 is our ARPA discussion. Don't have anything on it this week. L2 needs to be deferred.
All right, I'll make a motion, we defer L2.
Second.
Motion made and second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, pass.
And I'll read L3 and L4 in together. L3 is regarding the Rural Law Enforcement Grant, Rural Sheriff's Office Salary Assistant Grant Program, Senate Bill 22, authorization of funding allocation for the Sheriff's Office. Then L4 is regarding the Rural Prosecutor's Office Salary Assistant Grant Program, Senate Bill 22, authorizations of funding allocation for Criminal District Attorney's Office. Francis?
Yes, so this is really to formally state what those funds will be used for budget-wise. And so the, on L3, for the sheriff's office, this one, of course, like we talked about during budget, will be used specifically for increases to pay, the pay structure for the sheriff's office and related departments. And then L4, for the district attorney's office, also for adjusting salaries within that office. And there's a listing that lists those amounts tied to each position. So this looks similar to what you had last year, but we have you approve those so that we can get those implemented for October 1st. And so this today, asking for you to approve utilizing those budget funds for those two purposes.
And last week, the interim controller of Texas was here. And I think it was after I sat in for a minute and figured out it was a campaign deal, but he wanted to know how these helped us. And my report was that, you know, the budget was pretty tight this year, and without this Senate bill, it would have been hard to meet the request for Sheriff's Department on many of the salary adjustments that they had. And anyhow, that's what happened.
Does included in this motion need to make certain we state that it's not supplanting existing county funds? Does that need to be on record or not, or?
If you want to state that, I've included that in the letter.
Right.
But I think that's.
Yeah, I think it'd be good in motion. if you want to make it a motion.
Move to approve L3 and L4 with the stipulation, as stated, that these funds will not supplant existing county funds.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll second that. Any other questions? No other questions, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, passed.
L5 is regarding the statewide automated victim notification service, the SAVINS grant, authorization of maintenance grant contract with the Office of the Attorney General. This is the annual contract we enter into. This grant program is to provide offender release information, notification of court settings, et cetera, to victims of crime. These grant funds are available to cover those to cover those eligible expenses related to those services, and they reimburse us up to $24,445.41. And we have the vendor that contracts with the OAG's office is Slylogist Gov. It's been reviewed and recommended for approval.
Okay, any questions?
Told you I wanted to name those things. Motion to approve L5.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, pass.
Under item M, Department Office Specific Request, M1 is Road and Bridge Precinct 2, authorization of equipment trade-in request. Commissioner Wilson and Ken?
I just, on any trade-in, I point out that the trade-in has to be specifically approved by Commissioners Court under Local Government Code, Chapter 263, under 263.152A. Yeah.
Okay, so question on that 2024 bush hog that we're trading in, was there something wrong with it?
It's not a bat wing. I don't even know why we bought it. It won't even work in our ditches. You know, we only mow so many feet of our ditches, and this is a solid, hard piece. So when we mow, it's sticking way up in the air out here, and I'm scared it's gonna cause some damage. To the public and the motoring public or anybody else in the yard. So that's one of the reasons. We took a little hit on it, not too bad from what we paid for it, but the 6415 tractor we traded in was broke engine, broke hydraulics. It's been sitting there Ken, it's probably been sitting there 2 years. And
he'd be sold.
I think the last time I looked in, when they traded or when they auctioned off the last tractor that was like that, they got $8,000 for it. So we got $5,000 more for it. So I think the difference we lost on the brush hog to the John Deere coming up higher, it worked out good for us.
All right, is that a motion to approve?
A motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
M2 is Human Resources, authorization of bilingual testing and pay request. M2A is regarding pretrial services, indigent defense, and M2B is regarding county clerk. Stacy?
Good morning. How is everyone?
Good.
Good. Human Resources did receive a couple of requests regarding bilingual pay. The first one is M2A that came from pretrial services. They currently do not have any bilingual positions within their department, so they are requesting one. And that is, the testing cost is $60 to test the employee, and then up to $40 per pay period. It depends on what they score on their test. It could be 20, 30, or 40 per pay period. And then the second one, I don't know, do y'all need to vote on that one first?
Go ahead.
Okay. The second one is M2B. That did come from the county clerk's office. They currently have 2 positions that receive bilingual pay. They are requesting 2 additional bilingual pay positions for a total of 4 within that office. Both of these requests do meet the policy requirements to add bilingual pay and meet the budget is there for those positions as well. So we're seeking approval for pretrial services and the county clerk's office for additional bilingual positions.
So my question would be, how many folks do you need in an office that are bilingual? So one of them you're doing 4?
So they have a staff of 22. They are requesting 4 total for bilingual pay. And that is, I don't believe in this one. Okay, no. So in the pretrial services, this is a current employee that is receiving bilingual pay in their current position. They are transferring over to pretrial services. So they're wanting to move that bilingual pay to that department. For the county clerk's office, I don't see that that's the case. But we do see they are, heavily customer service based, and do have people that come in constantly that are needing those services, so.
So in the past, have we had that many that we're paying bilingual in one office?
We do not currently have any other office that has 4 positions receiving bilingual pay.
Any thoughts on that? I mean,
Well, I mean, you think if they got vacation or somebody's sick, I could see 2 being gone from the office at one time, maybe, if they're bilingual speakers.
Yeah, and they do a lot of front office work with the public.
Mhm.
A lot of people in and out, and so, personally, I don't have a problem with it.
How do you feel about that? I mean,
I believe that both of these requests are in line with the policy, and the budget funds are there. And it's always nice to have those people on site when those services are required. Judge Bain, did you have something you wanted to add?
I would prefer, real quick, the way he's sitting, that kind of in line with where Judge is going, is how frequent is it that these, and so some statistic of some kind that would come in that, hey, we had this many people come in and we weren't able to service them. Because if we're not careful, what we'll have is a lot of people that'll be getting the pay that will probably never be asked to use their skills.
Yeah.
So it would help if we had a little bit of volume of what we're dealing with.
I can make that request of the department. I'm not sure if that's something that they keep record of, but we can request and bring this back.
Can I mention?
Judge, go ahead.
Doris, who has come to work for my office, she was with the district attorney's office, and she was on the bilingual pay with the district attorney. And so I was even wondering, did she even need to take the test again? Because she's already done all that, and she was on bilingual with the DA's office, and then she just moved from there over to my office.
Good point.
So, I guess if she scored high enough, and it hadn't been that long, she probably didn't lose any of that ability to be the bilingual.
Right.
But I guess along with that, back to the scores. So what's the range? I mean, the highest level pays the most.
Mm-hmm.
There's the lowest level. I mean, I might get $5 out of it.
Even with the lowest score, you do have to have it doesn't have to be your native tongue, but you have to be very fluent in the language, even to get the lowest score.
Okay.
One other comment, the county clerk does operate 2 different departments within his office, so there's a good chance that there's 2 in each side, which, if that's the case, then that's really not very many, especially if somebody's out at lunch or something, then you always have a backup. That's just a thought, because I know there are 2 departments.
It is, but I'll also argue with you or throw at you that we've never had anyone in there, and now we're going to 4. Just boom. So
Well, they have 2 in there now. They're requesting.
Going to 6 then.
No. They have 2 currently. They're requesting 2 additional, so they'll have 4 total.
And then maybe check with the young lady that's come to Judge Bain's office from over there. How often did she use her skills when she was at the DA's office? I just think it's something we need to track and
We ought to always question.
make sure we're getting that we're getting the services that we are paying for. So.
Yeah, we have people all the time that are Spanish speaker only arrested, and having her being able to speak Spanish is a tremendous help. Because before we'd have to try to find a jailer maybe that could interpret, or maybe
Yeah, I don't think
Mr.
anybody's saying
Carroll
we don't
to
need 'em.
interpret.
Right, we just need to make sure we're not just
There
stacking
needs to be
them up.
a measure of some sort, but,
If there's, like I said, if there's two at each, on each department, on each side, then they cover for each other, I would assume, if there's two. And I know that they do meet the public quite a bit.
I guess I'm a little behind the eight ball, but what is the pay for the level of, the lowest level and the highest level for Spanish?
The lowest level is $20 per pay period. So it's not an hourly rate or anything. And then the mid-level is $30 per pay period, and if you score the highest, it's $40 per pay period.
I guess what I'm getting at, and wrap it up here, is just do us a favor and have some kind of report that goes out and has the frequency, with they're being used. I don't have a problem with them at all, I just want to make sure they're being used.
Sure.
Anybody have questions for me?
yeah.
Thank you, Judge May.
Right.
Sergeant, do we have anybody gets any pay for our
I think there may be one deputy that we have, for this possibly. But I mean, I know we do utilize, we have people come in every day that may be asking something, we don't know what they're saying, so we have utilized, other offices, Lisa and the commissioners.
Right.
And the one in Judge May's office.
Okay.
Trying to get some, just figure out where they're going.
Stacey, how many total do we have? Can you, off the top of your head, know?
Total countywide,
Countywide.
there are 60.
60. Several of them, like tax office, I know the tax office has people.
The tax office, the jail, there's several here in the courthouse, over at the records building. We have Spanish speakers in our office that are not receiving bilingual pay that are also able to help if that's needed. But all of these positions that do receive bilingual pay, it is also with the understanding that they can assist another office if needed.
Sure.
Yeah.
Keep in mind too, I don't know how useful it is, but there's a translation app.
Yeah, there's several out there that work really good. So I would say, and I mean, I'm serious that he's right. That HR look at these apps and see how effective they are
Okay.
in translation, and, actually test them in one of the offices, somebody that's in there, and that could be helpful as well. So anyhow.
Gotcha. It's a good idea just to have some kind of idea of what.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we have coming in there too.
Yeah. Okay.
Defer?
So, we'll defer until the next, Commissioners Court meeting. Maybe you'll have some action by then. Well, I don't have a problem with one in Judge Bain's office.
Right, since they've already been receiving it.
Yeah.
I don't either on that.
And if their score's high enough and it hadn't been that long, we don't need to spend the $60.
No testing again. Okay.
Mr. Smith, is that what you're,
Well, I would support going ahead and approving both, but I'll go along with what the court decides.
there's a motion to defer on the second one.
Motion to defer the second one?
Yeah. So on the first one, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve M2A.
Second.
All right, a motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass. And then the other one, there's,
Motion to defer
did we
M2.
vote on it yet? Okay, there's a motion to defer. I'll second. Any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to item N, additional items for discussion. N1 is adoption of various orders relative to FY 2026, and I'll just step through these. If y'all have any questions, please stop me. N1A is order setting compensation of jurors, members of the grand jury, and grand jury bailiffs. For pettit jurors, it's $20 for the first day and then $58 a day for each subsequent day. For the grand jury, it's $20 for the first day and then $58 for each day or fraction a day served thereafter. Grand jury bailiffs is $120 for each day. N1B is the order designating day and location for regular special commissioners court meetings. It just sets those at the first and third Tuesday of each month at 9 a.m. and then also says that we can have periodically scheduled special meetings. N1C is order authorizing county engineer and or assistant county engineer to sign requisitions, exemption certificates, cooperative agreements for flood control structures, and state reimbursement forms. N1D is the order appointing Commissioner Perry as county judge pro tem. N1E is order setting pay rate for hourly rated personnel. It sets that rate at $7.25, except for those positions listed, and those are in your packet. And that is all those annual orders.
Okay, any questions on those? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So move N1A, to approve N1A through N1E.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, passed.
N2s regarding the November 4th, 2025 Texas Constitutional Special Election discussion and or action regarding vote centers. And I believe this just needs to be pulled with no action. Is that correct, Commissioner Perry?
Yes, sir. I think with this being the constitutional election, I think we're going to wait and see. I know the volume's not going to be enough, honestly, for us to worry about it. So we'll take this back up in March.
All right, pull with no action. All right. And we've.
Oh, you want to do it before March?
Well, but before, when we have to start setting the election for March, we'll do that then, but thank you for reminding me of that.
Okay.
Moving on to item N4, discussion and action regarding procedural change for software licensing and support expenditures. Francis?
So, for the most part, departments are good about vetting technology type purchases through our IT department. But to ensure this is occurring specifically for software type cost, licensing, maintenance, support, we would just like to implement adding a layer of approval on that specific line item. And so this can be done through our electronic purchase order system that we already have in place. This in no way eliminates that department's control over their funds. But once they approve the use of the funds, then IT will make sure that that software, that they agree with, if that is secure or safe for our IT or for our county network. So I've discussed this with John Carter and his need for it, and then also discussed with legal. And so we would like to implement this change beginning October 1st, 2025.
All right.
To answer any questions you may have.
Yes, any questions?
So what we're saying is everything IT-wise has to be approved by the IT department also. Is that all it is?
Department should already be doing that. If you need a computer, you contact IT.
Right.
But that software line is very specific and is isolated as a line, so it's something we can easily put another layer of approval on, and just to formally make sure that they have stamped their approval on that before that department proceeds.
And that's the software licensing and support line item.
Yes, sir.
That's the one that needs to be funneled through IT also.
Correct.
Okay.
We wanted to leave it in departments and not put everything in IT, because then it skews the operating cost of departments, because software is a large piece of those costs, and so this will allow them.
Commissioner Wilson's tired of talking about it on software.
Yeah, I should have went to college for software, I'm telling you.
But it's a very simple change we can make, and I think it will make a big difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve the procedural change for software licensing and support expenditures as presented.
All right. Second. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Have motion second. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
N5 is discussion and or action regarding the McLennan Central Appraisal District 2026 Board of Directors candidate nominations and related resolution. So there are two directors whose terms will expire on 12/31/2025. They are Commissioner Perry and Jim Patton. So by resolution before October 15th, we can nominate candidates for those two positions. So we just wanted to go ahead and get this in front of y'all today. We can have it back on the September 30th agenda as well, if you'd like for us to, and then again on the first one in October if needed. Just like I said, we wanted to get it in front of y'all to be thinking about.
Okay. Any thoughts?
I will not be submitting my name for reappointment.
Is there anybody on that side of the board that would want their name submitted?
I think it's only fair that this side of the board has covered it for 6-8 years now. I think the,
Considered Commissioner Smith. Oh,
You,
Well, we can talk about it.
all right, well, let's, we've got some time, let's defer it, and, I'll make a motion, we defer.
second.
Motion made second, any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
All right, moving on to item N6, discussion and or action regarding Commissioners Court retreat meeting. As discussed at last court session, we looked at some dates for the upcoming retreat. Looking at November the 10th, I know, so November the 11th, Veterans Day is the Tuesday that follows that. November the 10th is a Monday, so some thought about people maybe being off that Monday, but I believe all commissioners are available that Monday. The AgriLife training room at Cobb's is available those days. We also looked at the 12th and 13th of November, but that meeting location would not be available those days. So don't know if y'all have a preference, but essentially, if we could set the date today in that location and then also approve being able to provide lunch. We do have some possible retreat topics listed in your packet as well. They're just a budget recap from the county auditor. I know Commissioner Smith had a question on incentive pay, reworking some of that language. And then Road and Bridge, equipment purchasing, upgrades from the space group, and then I'm sure we'll have more topics on Road and Bridge too. So just please submit us any additional, topics y'all would like included to us as well.
So in regards to the date and place, if everyone's okay for that Monday, that's fine with that place, or if they want to do it like on Wednesday or Thursday after that, it would be a date but not a place. That would have to be determined, which I'm sure we could find one. You know, if nothing else, we come back into this room here, but we've kind of thought there's a way to, you know, get it out of your mind, but not sitting in the building that we're working in, but,
I'm okay on the 10th.
yeah. I'm good.
But, okay.
10th is good for me.
okay, so, is there a motion to, set the 10th at the, AgriLife building?
So move.
Okay,
Second.
have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Right, item N7 is regarding Texas Association of Counties Risk Management Pool Workers' Compensation Program authorization of 2026 workers' compensation coverage documents worksheets. Stacy?
Okay, so January 1st of 2026 is the anniversary date for the McLennan County Workers' Compensation coverage with the Texas Association of Counties Risk Management Pool. As part of the renewal process, Human Resources has completed the required reporting and the Workers' Compensation Renewal Questionnaire. The completed application and supporting reports are due by September 30th, the end of this month. And today, HR is requesting approval from the Commissioners Court to submit the Workers' Compensation Renewal Application and report to TAC Risk Management Pool on behalf of McLennan County.
All right, any questions on that? All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
So move.
I'll second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy.
All right, item N9 is authorization of refund request for overpayment of real estate taxes. Just as a reminder, only those payments in excess of $2,500 must be approved by the court, and there are two listed in your packet, and just need a motion to approve those refund requests.
Okay, any questions on those? All right, I would make a motion, we approve those.
Second.
Motion made and second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Under item P, McLennan County Downtown Jail Remodel, P1s regarding the construction manager at risk agreement with John W. Irwin, general contractor. P1A is authorization of application for partial payment number 9. Ken?
Yes, this payment app is in the amount of $2,306,944. It's been approved by Brinkley Sargent and looked at by Dustin, TJ, and myself, and we recommend a payment.
Okay, any questions? The only thing I'd say is when you put it in here, put John W. Irwin Construct, the full corporate name, and they're not the individual name, just the individual name. But other than that, is there any questions or comments? If not, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve the application number 9 with John W. Irwin Contractor Incorporated.
All right. I have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. All right, Dustin?
Judge, that should be all the action items, if we don't mind confirming.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Anything else come forward court? Thanks for sitting through it. I know people are getting a little antsy. So we stand adjourned.
Recording stopped.
So,
Maybe the longest we went without a bathroom break.
Miss,
I noticed.
Miss Mann's complaint, what, she said it was on the agenda.
It was related.
Was that
It was on the,
election centers?